my DNA would be on the shit, right? He said, yeah. They say if the gun was used frequently, your DNA would be on it, huh? He said, yeah. He said in this case, was DNA on the casings? He said, we ain't look at that. They say, if the gun is my gun and I hold it, load it, and shoot that bitch 5 times, do you feel like my DNA gonna be on it? He said, yeah, more than likely. So they said, you have 0 evidence for my client's DNA on the magazine. He said, yeah. He said, is my client excluded from the gun? Could you say that my client had that gun? He said, can you say that my client touched that gun? He said, no. No. They told me to go to rehab. I said, no. Kelsey said Tory woke up and said, hey, big head. She said he whispered it. Girl. Redirect. They said, do you, no. They came back in and they was talking to the man. And he said, look, ultimately, I just do the damn report. And so he said, look, is there any evidence that my client touched the magazine or the damn gun? He said, no. Now, this is the get you gotcha. Child, they said, do y'all have any samples for Kelsey? Do y'all have any DNA samples for Kelsey that were tested up against this weapon? No. He said, did y'all request DNA from Kelsey to test it on this weapon? They said no. So let me get this correct. Y'all don't know what the fuck done happened out there, but y'all know a gun was fired. But y'all put all y'all eggs in Tory basket and wanted to accuse him immediately. So much so that the LAPD, with more sloppy ass work, decided, let's go ahead and test Tory for gunshot residue and DNA. And we're going to test Kelsey for gunshot residue. Did y'all think that maybe she wouldn't have it? And then fucked around and found out it was on her hands? And nobody ever tested nor requested that she get, DNA checked or swabbed so that they can compare it against the gun. Does that make sense to you? Is that logical to you? Does that sound like, any type of police department that's trying to seek the truth? Because what they're supposed to be doing is investigating. This all happened today, nigga. So I'm just trying to understand how this was ever balanced. I'm trying to understand why nobody's having a conversation about how the LAPD has cut corners consistently. And every time y'all cut a corner, it was to make Megan's case stronger. But let me continue on. I can give you 5 more minutes and that's it. And then we'll have to go over that other shit. We come back at 3:40. Okay, we had a little break. They pull up somebody for the defense because of his schedule. They took him out of order because the prosecution has not rested, even though they need to take a long slumber. Oh, Instagram giving me a timer today. Oh, thank you, bitch. So anyway, let me get to the get you gotcha. I got 1 minute and 49 seconds. All right. This man was a forensic scientist that talked absolutely too fucking much. He put me to sleep a couple of times, but I was listening though. But you can tell that he loves what he does. And this man is really a pioneer in terms of DNA. I was actually taken aback and really on some like brain shit. Like, nigga, you a cold piece. Like, this nigga is one of the people that helped to create the way that we analyze DNA today, when it comes to that being tested and used in cases. So that is monumental. Like, that nigga didn't get a Pulitzer Prize or some shit. I don't know. That shit crazy. But anyway, we got 1 minute and 9 seconds. They said, based on the DNA analysis, that what can you tell us about it? Based on what they did. They said that they did the DNA testing on the gun and Megan. I mean, on the gun and the magazine. I apologize. They said, can you explain what the LAPD concluded from the handgun? He said that they said that they had DNA from 4 people and that one was a male. 45 seconds. They said so at least one male was there. He said, yeah. And he said, but there was female DNA on the motherfucking gun. Listen. Let me bend this page so I know where I'm at. I'm gonna come back and tell y'all some more shit and get into it. But to me, that's some of the most important shit right there. that a female's DNA was absolutely on that fucking weapon. And I'm gonna come back in like a few minutes and we'll wrap this shit up. But bitch, yeah, get into it.